Hey there, Jeff Hodges here. I just wanted to make this quick video because a lot of people ask me what I do for health and nutrition. People see me posting a lot of things on Facebook about different things that are good for you and whatnot. But let me give you a little background on me first. Okay, my whole life I have been the fat kid. Okay, that's just the way it was. I went into the military for a while when I first got out of high school, and I slimmed down for a while. But when I got out, you know, old habits, got back to the way I was. And so went through life that way. Then about 2000, year 2000, I went into law enforcement. Well, you can't be a slouch and be in law enforcement. You got a lot of physical things to deal with there. So hit the gym. I was in the gym every day for a couple hours. Got my weight down, got built up, but I still wasn't really doing much in the health and nutrition department. Other than just being in physically good condition, I still wasn't monitoring what I was putting in my body. And in about 2006, I got introduced to personal development, and I approached that full circle. And part of that was, you know, my body, what goes into it. And so I developed some really, really healthy habits as far as what I was putting into my body, what I was eating and that kind of thing. But then about 2010, I developed a heart condition. Well, because of the heart condition, it made it basically impossible to go to the gym. And then compound that with some injuries along the way, and we have this. Okay, so yes, right now I'm working on getting my weight back down because I had corrective surgery for my heart. My injuries are all healed up, and I'm ready to go. I've already lost several pounds just in the last few weeks. But a lot of people ask me what I take in on a daily basis. And so I just wanted to give you a little rundown here. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I mean, some of these things have so many things that they're good for. I could do an entire video just on one thing. So I'm going to go through just really quickly here and tell you what is here, and then I'm going to go back on the ones that I can specify a little bit on and kind of hit the high points. But just write down the names of the things if you're interested, and then go do your own homework, Google it, and because some of these things have such a variety of things they're good for, one thing that they're good for might not pertain to you. Another thing, it may be something you need in your body. Okay, something you're dealing with. So just briefly here, we have cold pressed organic coconut oil. We have a little bottle here of pine pollen tincture. I'll explain that in a second. We have garlic cloves in vinegar. We have undistilled organic apple cider vinegar here. We have a pouch of actual pine pollen. We have an organic lemon. We have organic honey, the filtered variety where you can squeeze it out like normal honey. Then we have completely organic, completely raw honey down here that's more of a texture of a peanut butter. We have a product here called Source of Life Gold. We have a product here, it's an organic wheatgrass. Then this C4 canister down here, it's a pre-workout, but something you take, it's got creatine and a few other things in it that you take when you go to the gym to work out. I have a couple of products here that I'm using for my weight loss. I have the Skinny Drive, which is basically a rice bran fiber with a lot of added nutrients in it. And then we have Body Drive, which is an all-natural, and I do mean all natural. It's basically just berries with just a trace of caffeine in it. That's a really, really good energy drink. And yes, full disclosure, I do promote that, putting that out there. And then we have magnesium citrate, we have turmeric, and we have cayenne. Okay, these three are in capsule form because it's just easier to get them that way than other types of supplements in your diet. So, once again, this pine pollen tincture. A tincture is where you take something, you mix it in with alcohol. The alcohol extracts all the nutrients out of whatever it is, in this case pine pollen, and then you put it through a filtration system to filter out the actual pine pollen, and then what's left over is the alcohol tincture. And so every morning, one of the first things I do before I put anything in my stomach is I put a few drops of this under my tongue because it goes straight into your system that way. Excuse me. Next thing here is garlic cloves, and they're in vinegar, so they don't have a really strong garlic flavor. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, there's certain things I'm not going to do just because I can't get past the yuck factor or whatever, and that's cool. I'm just putting this information out there, and you do with it what you want to. But I have one of these every morning. I just pop it in my mouth and chew it up. I actually like the flavor. And then, just so you know, anyone that has any kind of intestinal issues, if you take one of these at night right before you go to bed and eat it, chew it up and swallow it, it basically goes in there and cleans out your intestinal tract from a bacterial standpoint. Garlic is an excellent antibacterial, and it will go in there and clean out anything you got going on there bacteria-wise. This is the coconut oil. Coconut oil is one of those things that has many, many uses. Everything from your skin to just taking it internally. You can actually use it to cook in. It's solid at room temperature, but just as soon as you get around 74, 75 degrees, it starts to melt. So yeah, it's a little more expensive than regular oil. But if you if you're watching your weight and you get a craving for something fried, you want to fry some fish or something, it tastes wonderful, very healthy, really good to cook in. And then, of course, this black bag here is the actual pine pollen powder, and it has a really good kind of a buttery, cheesy flavor. And so I put it, take a teaspoon of it, pop it in my mouth in the morning, and eat it. I like the flavor of it. It's also really great to sprinkle on stuff. I like to sprinkle it on popcorn, things like that. So, and the apple cider vinegar here, and the lemon, and the honey, the strained honey. I take an 8-ounce glass with purified alkaline water. Alkaline is really good for your body, keeps your pH proper. I put 2 spoonsful of apple cider vinegar, a half of a squeezed organic lemon, and about a tablespoon of the organic honey. Mix it up. I have that. I usually use that to wash down the pine pollen. Then I take some of the raw organic honey, and I just have a spoonful of it. It's about the size of about a teaspoon, and it's insanely healthy. But I do it just as kind of a flavor thing too. I enjoy the flavor of it, and it kind of chases back some of the flavor of this other stuff. This Source of Life Gold. I don't think you can see the bottle if I put it up there, but it's just got a boatload of different nutrients, micronutrients, macronutrients. It's a whole food supplement. It's not a liquid vitamin. Everything in it is natural. There's no chemical vitamins or anything added. Just so many wonderful things for your body. Wheatgrass, that's one of those things that just do your homework on. There's so many things that it's good for, but it's an excellent thing to add into your diet. I mix it in with my vegetable juices if I do the juicer. Sprinkle it on salad sometimes. The C4 down here is a pre-workout. There's, it's pretty standard in the industry. There's things that you take before you work out that get your, your nitric oxide levels up. It's got some creatine in it. Helps you with your workout. The Skinny Drive and the Body Drive. Skinny Drive it's basically a rice bran wafer. Lots of nutrients in it, and it fills you up. You can eat it, and they're delicious. They taste like vanilla wafers. They do to me anyway. Eat those and have something, a glass of water or something right before you sit down to a meal. You can have a light meal, but you still feel really good and full, plus the benefit of all the nutrients. The Body Drive is an all-natural energy drink. Like I said, there's no chemicals. It's just a wide variety of different berries and whatnot. It has about the same amount of caffeine as a third of a cup of decaf. Okay, but other than that, no caffeine for caffeine-sensitive people. But I use this to drink with this, and basically I'm full, and I got the energy I power right through my workouts. Okay, and magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate is one of the things that has such a wide variety of uses. And me personally, and it works wonderful for this, is I used to have a problem with muscle cramps. I mean, especially after a workout. I mean, I could be in the shower and just go to wash my back, and my side would cramp up on me. Started taking magnesium citrate, no more problems with muscle spasms or cramps or anything. It's got a whole myriad of other things that it's good for. Turmeric, once again, 1,000 different things it's good for. If you Google health benefits of turmeric, you just all kinds of results. It'll explain itself. The cayenne pepper, okay, it's in a capsule form, and that's obvious reasons. It would be hard to have every one of your meals where you get enough cayenne pepper in it to have the health benefits. But actually, cayenne pepper, among other things, will really boost your metabolism. Basically, when you take cayenne pepper capsules, your metabolism will go up between 50 to 75% for about 2 hours after you take it. So I take the cayenne in addition to my other stuff right before I go to the gym, because it cranks up my metabolism. So in addition to putting in a really good workout, my body's working that much harder to burn off calories. And then the other way that I use it is I take one right before each meal. So while I'm eating the meal, and for about an hour, hour and a half after I eat the meal, my metabolism's cranked up and it's burning off that food that much faster. Okay, so that's a quick little rundown. This is basically my day here. Like I said, I didn't go into a lot of depth on some of the stuff, because just like, for example, the coconut oil, I mean, I've read articles where there was, 75, 100 different uses for coconut oil. So, I hope you wrote down the name of everything. Just go online, do your research, but I promise you, you will love using these things. And just a little footnote: get your body alkaline. Okay, American Cancer Society, all they spend all their money on is curing cancer. How about we spend some on telling people how to prevent it? Okay, and we know why. Because there's no money in preventing it from happening. There's only money if you get sick and they have to take care of you. But anyway, work on getting your body alkaline. Okay, that's why I drink alkaline water. But do Google searches on alkaline foods. There's several different vegetables and fruits that are really good for raising your pH up. And anyway, that's about it for right now. I'm going to be doing some other videos on very specific subjects. I may end up doing videos on individual ingredients. I may do a video just on the health benefits of the coconut oil. But I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was informative. Hope you learned something. And see you on the next video.